I need a little audience participation. Raise your hand if you've ever filled out a bracket for like college basketball, World Cup. Pretty decent amount of you. All right, great. Raise your hand if you've ever played a fantasy sport. Fantasy football, fantasy baseball, fantasy summer movie league. That's all right, not as many. 70 million people did it in America last year for fantasy football, which is a crazy number. So, who went to game night last night? There were free bars, I understand. Who likes to play games in general? Yeah, right. Why do we like to play games so much, whatever your game of choice is? I mean, there's the obvious part, that's fun to win. We all like winning. But we also like competing, whether it's with strangers or especially with our friends and our family, because we know them. We can talk trash. On the screen right now, you see Kevin Hahn and Lauren Rutland, two of my former coworkers and very good friends of mine. The two of them, along with myself, I believe are three of the most competitive people in the world. We worked in the ticket office for a long time, and we would find a reason to wager on anything. How many people would be in line for an on sale? Where will next year's Tessitura conference be? I once won $1 by guessing how long it would take to print 3,000 Lion King tickets. And we always do Price is Right rules. You can't go over or you lose, and if you get it right, it's a double, so there's reason. And we usually bet $1. It's not a lot if you lose, and if you win, it's a nice tactile feeling of victory in your hands. But eventually, our needs got more and more, and the monster of gambler got involved, and we needed something bigger. I mean, we still would do dollar bets. That's well and good. They're always fun. There's always a time for those, but we wanted something grander. So we turned to our building. These are two of the venues in Overture Center, Overture Hall, which holds about 2,250, and Capitol Theater, which holds about 1,100. We decided that we were going to, from our season, make a fantasy ticket league based off of ticket sales. And we did this just like a fantasy draft. We drafted 2 Broadway shows per person. We drafted 10 to 12 other shows based on what we thought would have the highest paid percentage at the end of a season. This is Pete Seeger. He died in 2014, God rest his soul. In our 2015-16 season, we had a tribute to Pete Seeger, which was the 4th overall draft choice, which is crazy. There were so many better choices, and as soon as that choice was made, there was a cry of, "You know he's dead, right?" But it was that quote that led this show that the other 2 people thought were not a good pick. We talked about that show all the time. We tracked our progress in a spreadsheet. We had a whiteboard in our office. So our staff knew what we were doing, and our staff were involved too because we had punishments. We didn't put money on this, no. We put something more humiliating. Losers would have to possibly have their hair dyed, or maybe they'd have to sing in front of a staff meeting, or the winner would get to pick a shirt for the other people to wear. It's really hot on this stage, you guys. Oh, man. So hot. Kevin Hahn was right. I was wrong. I will admit it. Those of you who were at TN Inspire last year saw Megan from Ticket Philadelphia talk about her pursuit of improv and her philosophy of follow the fun. I'll be celebrating 20 years in improv myself next month, and I have a different philosophy. It comes from a Del Close quote called follow the fear. And the idea behind that is if you are on stage and something terrifies you, don't run away from it. Don't go to something you know that's safe and cushy. Run at it. Tackle it. You'll find out good things about yourself. And now when I say follow the fear, I don't mean if you're afraid of falling like I am, start by tightroping from skyscraper to skyscraper, because that's crazy, even if you don't have a fear of falling. But start small. A little risk can still yield a big reward. And now there's another Del Close quote that I love and hold very dear to my heart. On the screen you can see the absolute worst thing you can do in a scene is be apathetic. And it's so true. If you don't care, if your character doesn't care about something, why should your audience? And that holds true for us in ticket sales too, or sales to whatever your venue of choice is. So if you don't have some sort of investment, some sort of need to get that person to buy a ticket to experience what you have to offer, it's so much harder. So become engaged. For us, we got engaged with so many shows on our season just by starting a fantasy ticket league. And it spread throughout the year. We're in our 4th year of doing it now. It's going strong. And it's great, a little risk. So as you leave, 3 things I'd like you to take away, please. Follow the fear. Don't be afraid. Become engaged, no matter what that is for your organization. But no matter what, please, 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 Don't be apathetic. Thank you very much.